My name is Alberta Wambua. I work at the Gender Violence Recovery Center as the Executive Director.
My name is Chege. I work for the Gender Violence Recovery Center of the Nairobi Women's Hospital. My role in the organization is I am a senior programs officer supporting the team in development of our programs and also resource mobilization.
Since the cluster program, we've had interesting things at the Gender Violence Recovery Center. We've continued in terms of response to survivors of gender-based violence, and this has continued in the 9 centers that we have. But since then, we've also been able to add on to other what we call gender-based violence recovery centers, and these are centers, GBV protection centers, that we've also established and continue to support in county referral hospitals. In terms of response, we've also worked towards a contingency plan, because we had the electoral period where we usually normally would have an upsurge of GBV cases. So at a national level, we've been able to get players and also, make sure that everyone is accountable, including the government, in setting prevention mechanisms. So whereas this did not flare up much, we have since worked, in terms of preparation, as opposed to before, where then the emergency would happen and then we just run into response and not proper contingency plans. So this is what we're also currently doing with the upcoming anticipated El Nino period. Since then, we've also seen a number of legislation that has improvement in terms of legislation. Also been able to provide, for example, case management protocols around humanitarian settings. We recently, for example, had the launch of the PADV, Protection Against Domestic Violence Act rules. We have also been part of establishment of GBV specialized courts, and we're now currently working towards establishing 13 shelters, safe spaces across the country. All this has spoken to the Generational Equality Forum commitments, so GVRC has also been key, and again, then also contributing to the government, and Kenya being among the best in terms of meeting the commitments around the generational equality commitments. We've also continued to enhance capacities of different service providers and creating awareness in the different structured community forums and institutions, including a famous school clubs that we have called the King and Queens Clubs.
The cluster program provided a lot of practical lessons that are actually, I would say, almost on real time and what is factual on the ground. We've been able to see improvements in the way we've integrated the learnings into our day-to-day implementation of our project activities. We know how to collaborate better. We know how to involve women and girls, and I would say it has really transformed in the way we do our day-to-day business as GVRC.